Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Who will be the Chief Minister of Maharashtra? Now, there are reports of Eknath Shinde insisting that he wants to continue to remain as the Chief Minister, and people from his camp have started saying off the record that they want the Bihar formula to be replicated in Maharashtra, where you remember the JDU did not have enough numbers, but even then, BJP made Nitish Kumar the chief minister. So that's one of the voices coming out of the Shinde camp. But what happens if Shinde is not made the CM? Because there's all a likelihood that Devendra Fadnavis is all set to become the new chief minister of Maharashtra. And in fact, BJP seems to be dominating the discourse at this point of time. But how stable will this government be? Is there an instability factor to the stable Mahayuti government, even though Devendra Fadnavis becomes a CM, because you will have an ally like Eknath Shinde who will be sulking. Ajit Pawar too will not be happy and, of course, is not very reliable. So, in that case, what about the instability factor within the stable Mahayuti government? We'll try and discuss this today. Joining me now is Sanjay Jog from Mumbai at the moment. Thank you so much for joining, veteran journalist. And we have Sharad Gupta, a veteran journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much, Sharadji, for joining. And I'll begin with Sanjay Jog because he has lots of things to share. Developments are happening every hour in Mumbai at this point of time. Sanjay, today, Devendra Fadnavis was supposed to be in Delhi, and I'm told that there is a meeting between Devendra Fadnavis, Amit Shah, Narendra Modi, and JP Nadda. What are you getting to hear from your sources? What is really happening on that front? And is the name of Devendra Fadnavis, has it been finalized?
Nilu, let me first tell you, basically, Devendra Fadnavis yesterday had flown to Delhi to attend that Birla family marriage function. Later, we were told by the BJP sources from Delhi as well as Mumbai that he was to have a meeting with Amit Shah at around 10:30. But the meeting did not take place. He went off and he came back to Mumbai. During this day, he has been all through in Mumbai. There is no meeting with either Mr. Modi or Mr. Shah, Nadda, or other central leadership. Now, two, three things which are happening backdoor. One, BJP is strongly pitching that Fadnavis should be made and he will become to begin to his what is known as a 3-0 inning in Mumbai. The second, Shinde has not yet given up. Although the 14th assembly tenure ends today as a formality and it is a necessity, he has already submitted his resignation and the governor has handed over a letter asking him to continue as a caretaker till the new chief minister takes over. Third, Shinde has not yet given up. His entire, majority of the newly elected legislators are making a strong case for their leader to be continuing as a chief minister. To be vocal, Shambhuraj Desai, who is the excise minister in the outgoing ministry, came just a record on a little while ago saying that party has not yet given up the claim over the chief minister's post. The majority of the party legislators, rank and file, cadre, wants and the senior leadership and the office functionary that Shinde should be the chief minister. Very interesting argument that he has made. He said, "Hey,
Sanjay, allow me to interrupt you. There are reports that apparently the Shinde camp has been saying that the name of Devendra Fadnavis was floated by BJP, but Eknath Shinde's camp was not told about it, wasn't consulted about it. Now, is there a heartburn over this in the Shinde camp?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the statement which I just now made by Shambhuraj Desai, saying that Shiva Sena and the entire lot of the newly legislators want that Shinde is the natural claimant and he should continue. Two, three interesting arguments. What they are saying is that A, he is the architect of the Mahayuti's stellar performance. B, Mahayuti contested the election under his chief ministership. And three, being a chief minister of a common man, as he has been projected himself and has been instrumental in launching this welfare and a lot of development schemes, including the Larki Behna. So he is the choice. BJP may go on telling us or conveying the signal through their leaders, but there has been no formality yet which has reached. As to tell you, this thing, Nilu, there has been no formal meeting as such with which has come to the notice or in the public domain among the three leaders. They may have met privately, but that does not matter. Shiv Sena wants it on the record that, just to tell you, interestingly, Shiv Sena has already held a meeting of what they call the legislature party. Accordingly, they have already elected Mr. Shinde as the state legislature party group leader. So also Mr. Ajit Pawar.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
Shinde Sena has went a step ahead, authorizing him to take all the necessary decisions with regard to the government formation and also claiming the chief minister's post. So, as you rightly said, there is definitely a kind of a simmering discontent, within the Shiv Sena. If the BJP wants to continue and just dominate us as a big brother, then I think this will not go, despite having a roaring majority. Number one. And
Right.
number two, I'll just stop
Sanjay,
here.
just wanted to confirm another thing. I was speaking to somebody who's very close to Eknath Shinde today, and it wouldn't be right to disclose a name. But that person, the kind of argument which he was trying to give me, and he was trying to convince with the fact that, if you change the CM face at this point of time, you have civic elections just in few months from now, and therefore Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar will try and capitalize on this situation, and they will target the Mahayuti government. This is the kind of argument which he was trying to give it to me on the phone. But I was just wondering if all that is really going to hold waters when it comes to decision making by JP Nadda, Modi, and Shah, because they are the ones who will finalize who the CM will be.
My sources are very candid and very clear to tell me it is in writing also. And while speaking on phone unofficially, they are saying in next 3 days, the chief ministers, this thing is, in fact, the swearing in will take place and it will be Devendraji Fadnavis to be the chief
Right.
minister. So that
Hmm.
issue on that, BJP is very clear. So now the ball is in the court of Mr. Shinde. Whether to join again as a deputy, Nilu, just to tell you for the readers and the viewers, deputy chief minister has not no constitutional validity. It is just one of the cabinet ministers. Ultimately, the chief minister will have the veto power and all the necessary prerogative when it comes to the governance and administration. So
Absolutely.
the power that Mr. Shinde had enjoyed in last 2.5 years, if he really goes and joins as a DCM, first of all, that's the worry and that's the fear which is within the within the Shiv Sena fold, that he will literally become a kind of a non-entity for them. If he is not having any power that he has ruled for 2.5 years, then the party will also have a wrong signal that what will happen to the legislator, whether that entire flock will remain together or whether some
Hmm.
of them may try to switch to BJP. That's their worry. So, as
Absolutely.
you rightly said, on the one hand, BJP is quite clear to bring in Mr. Fadnavis to start his 3-0 inning. On the other hand, Shiv Sena is not at all interested yet to given up its claim on the chief minister's post.
Right. So let me go to Sharaji. Now, Sharaji, this is the picture, and this is what is happening over the last 18 hours or so. These are the reports which we are getting to hear, that there is a simmering discontent within the Shinde camp. People have started speaking to journalists off the record, saying that there should be a Bihar formula, which of course BJP has denied. BJP says that that formula will not be repeated. But what is the future of Eknath Shinde? And how stable will this coalition be? Because if Eknath Shinde also is disgruntled, Ajit Pawar anyways is not a very reliable ally, given the fact that he can switch over to Sharad Pawar's party anytime. So then how about the stability factor of this so-called stable Mahayuti government, which has got a brute mandate?
I don't think the government is unstable. The government is very stable, especially with the kind of mandate BJP has got, the kind of success BJP has tasted. Its success rate is more than 88%, and it is just short of the majority. And in case Eknath Shinde or Ajit Pawar, or maybe both, decide to part ways, in case worst come to worst, even in that case, I don't think BJP is going to lose power. because there are independents, there are smaller parties, and there are um, even allies, like, means they may not be BJP's allies, but they may cross over. Maybe some MLAs from Shiv Sena, some MLAs from NCP. So you can be rest assured that um, it's coming very close to the majority figure. So BJP is not going to lose power in any case. So I don't think Eknath Shinde or Ajit Pawar are going for any misadventure. So rest
Oh,
assured of that. And as Mr. Joe was saying, I'm very sure that Fadnavis is going to be the chief minister, and Eknath Shinde is going to be the deputy chief minister. Deputy chief minister might not have any legal sanctity, but Fadnavis accepted the post for 2.5 years, and I feel Eknath Shinde won't have any problem in accepting the post. So it's not a any matter of disgrace or anything. It happens in politics. When Ajit Pawar or BJP didn't have majority, so Ajit Pawar, Fadnavis accepted the post of deputy chief minister, and
right.
when Eknath Shinde doesn't have majority, so he'll have to accept the post of deputy chief minister. That's it.
Right.
As
So,
simple as that.
Sanjay, right. Sanjay, there are also reports that Eknath Shinde and both Ajit Pawar will be made the deputy CM. How about that? And how will it be acceptable to Eknath Shinde, especially? Ajit Pawar might accept it gracefully, but what about Shinde, and what is going to be the impact on his legislators? As you said that the some legislators might switch over. What happens to the Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena? What happens to it as a party? And given the fact, I mean, we've known that what happens to the allies when they side with BJP, and there are many examples of that. I don't want to go into that, but I'm sure all this is working up on Eknath Shinde's mind.
Nilu, first of all, that's the thing for Eknath Shinde to decide whether to join and just as a deputy chief minister. I think he will join. He has no alternative. But secondly, his ministers and his leaders are worried about what will happen to them in future, because in any case, BJP will definitely have a dominating role. The way Mr. Shinde had had his own ways to run the government, to run the party, and give the freedom, whether the similar freedom, quote unquote, the economic freedom, whether they will enjoy or not, the funds that they were managed to get to the constituencies, whether with as a headmaster, Mr. Fadnavis sitting at the helm, whether they will be able to do that, that's a bigger question that they are posing internally. And the third very interestingly thing is that Shinde has been banking on whatever the support he has got from all those 40. Just to tell you that out of those 40, five have been defeated, four they had to replace because of some other reasons. So practically he has got about 30 odd who have been elected from that 40 lot, including himself, 31. So most of them are definitely in line with Shinde's leadership, but they are still not in a mind to accept, or a position to accept that he is going to be the deputy chief minister. That's going to be a kind of an identity crisis within the Shiv Sena, because they have been under the impression that he will be rewarded by BJP, being a big brother. They may give an opportunity for him to run it. Just to tell you, there was a formula which is being floated by some of the Mahayuti leaders, three of them, not so vocal by NCP, but both BJP and Shiv Sena, while speaking to us for last 2 days, that there could be a formula whereby 2 plus 2 plus 1 may happen, but this has been totally just dumped by BJP and some of the sensible leaders from Shiv Sena. Why 2 plus 2 plus 1? They were expecting Shinde will continue for 2 years, and later BJP will take over, and the last year or maybe in between, Dada will be made as so-called quote unquote commitment to him while he has come to Mahayuti. But at this point in time, they are definitely looking at Shinde to be the chief minister. As you have said, Shambhura Desai and Deepak Kesarkar, both of them are his close confidant. Today, just a little while ago, have made a statement in this regard that we have conveyed the quote unquote, we have conveyed the feelings of the legislators to Mr. Fadnavis that Mr. Shinde should become chief minister and to lead the Mahayuti, especially in the wake of the landslide victory. Where, as you rightly said, there is no possibility of any kind of instability for the government. If Mr. Fadnavis is taking over, he had been there for 5 years. After Vasantrao Naik, he was the second chief minister to complete his tenure. So he knows, and the entire administration, he knows the governments and the governance tactics. And the third, despite being this such a roaring majority, he will, sail through, considering, the challenges before the government, particularly, as they have been talking about $1 trillion economy, then the state finances under stress, also the Maratha and OBC controversy, which is still not yet over, and the third, very interestingly, about the changing combination of the entire voter as a class. So I think Mr. Fadnavis at the helm of office, and both Shinde as well as Ajit Pawar at his side, he will be able to manage them successfully. That's what the BJP is arguing, and for that, Shiv Sena as well as Ajit Pawar led NCP will have to follow and toe the BJP line. As far as just last word, Ajit Pawar is concerned, there is a kind of in Marathi papers generally being written about is that if a child or if a school boy leaving, unable to pass, in his whatever the standard and goes through the successive standard. So it is like a scenario here, like for the fourth time he is the deputy chief minister. So if at all he becomes a fifth time, there is no kind of some kind of what in the NCP that is attraction for the party. In fact, there have been huge holdings which have been displayed across Mumbai, making a pitch for Ajit Dada to be the next chief minister, which is not going to happen. So tell you that Ajit Dada has already cleared on Sunday's their meeting, we would support Mr. Fadnavis as the chief minister. So he's very
Right.
clear. His party legislators are very clear, and they can have a much more comfortable relationship with Fadnavis than Mr. Shinde.
No, but I'm just worried. Sharati, I'll come to you now that there are reports of Shinde's supporters going to the temple, going and praying that he becomes the chief minister. I'm sure if I'm wrong, Sanjay might correct. Sanjay, are there not reports like these that Shinde's supporters are going to the temple, they are offering milk so that
Oh,
Shinde becomes the chief minister?
my my God! Every after the major pilgrimages in Maharashtra, the Kolhapur, the goddess Ambabai, then the Trambakeshwar, the Shankar, the huge kind of this thing. Then couple of other, Ganpati. Pune is known for city of Ganpati. They have been holding the auspicious pujas and the traditional artis, basically demanding how Shinde is the best bet for them and he is the
Right.
natural choice for the. As you rightly said, yes, it's happening for last 2 days.
Right. So, Sharaji, if these are the kind of reports emanating from Maharashtra, what is the kind of impact which you see on the Maharashtra politics as such? How are the dynamics going to change? If Ajit Pawar is all set to support Devendra Fadnavis, but Shinde and his supporters are not ready to support, then what is the way out? Do you think that there would be some kind of a balancing, or at some point of time, Shinde will try and take some drastic steps, which he could?
No, he cannot. As I told you earlier, even Ajit Pawar plus BJP, they are almost complete majority, and Shinde doesn't have many options, as Sanjay has also clarified that. So, in any case, since Eknath Shinde doesn't have many options, so he has no option but to support BJP and support Devendra Fadnavis' candidature as chief minister. So there is no doubt, I think, that Fadnavis is going to be the chief minister and it's going to be a stable government for 5 years.
Nilu, can I just come in if the Sharaji
Yes,
has
yes,
completed?
yes, yes, Sanjay. I'm just
No, no.
okay.
One just kind of an addition to what he has been saying and we are discussing. There is much more further angle for Mr. Fadnavis to take over as the chief minister. You may aware there are 25 municipal corporation elections which are currently under administrators' rule, including India's richest body, the PMC, with a budget of more than 40,000 crore. This has been ruled by quote unquote the United Shiv Sena for over 25 years. till recently in an alliance with the BJP. BJP in 2021, they had said that their mission 2022 is to unfurl, saffron atop BMC. So that mission is in place. If Mr. Fadnavis becomes, they expect and they are quite confident that they will be able to get this, BMC under their arm. Secondly, just to tell you to the viewers, in 2017, corporation elections, while Shiv Sena and they were together, but they fought separately. BJP and Shiv Sena, there was just a difference of 2 seats, but showing a kind of a larger heart. Mr. Fadnavis, as the chief minister, he said, I am leaving, and the BJP has decided not to stake a claim on the mayoral post, but we are giving it for our ally. And that's how Shiv Sena managed to get its own mayor during that time. So I want to bring you or drive home the point. The BJP lot is quite clear. Under the chief ministers of Mr. Fadnavis, they will be in a much more comfortable situation, considering the seats that they have won in Mumbai. Out of 36, they have got more than 15. So they are in a much more comfortable position to get BMC under hold compared to Mr. Eknath Shinde. And that's the argument that carries the weight at present.
Right. One last word from Sharadji, that do you see any possibility at any point of time of Shinde walking out of the Mahayuti alliance and patching up with Uddhav Thackeray? Anything is possible in politics, but does it look far-fetched at this point of time, or it could happen, maybe in few months from now?
Nothing is uncertain in politics. Politics is a game of uncertainties only. So possibilities only, and everything is possible. Eknath Shinde may join hands with Uddhav Thackeray, but in that case, Uddhav Thackeray will have to give up presidency of the party, because Eknath Shinde has been established as the leader of Shiv Sena. So now I don't think Eknath Shinde will like to give up the support he has got from the MLAs, from the people, only just to please Uddhav Thackeray. And there has been so much bad blood between the two factions. So I don't think there is any possibility of a patch up. So and Uddhav Thackeray is also not like to accept Eknath Shinde as his leader. So there's no possibility of a patch up as of now. But as I said, politics is a game of possibilities. So anything is possible.
Absolutely. So interesting times ahead. Despite a big mandate which BJP has got, there is a simmering discontent in the Eknath Shinde camp, and we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold and who finally becomes the CM. Of course, Devendra Fadnavis is the front runner, but officially whose name is disclosed. And what does Eknath Shinde do? And as his major move, that all eyes will be on. All eyes would be on that. Thank you so much, Sharad Gupta, for joining. Sanjay Jog, it was wonderful having you on the program. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion: subscribe to our channel, send us a feedback, and stay tuned to the Federal.